नमस्ते दोस्तों, मेरा नाम डॉक्टर हार्दिक जोशी है एंड मेरे यूट्यूब चैनल में आपका स्वागत है। कहते हैं कि बिजनेस सेटअप करने की कोई उम्र नहीं होती एंड ना ही कोई फॉर्मल डिग्री की रिक्वायरमेंट, ना ही चाहिए होता है अच्छे अच्छे नंबर स्कूल में। ज़रूरत होती है तो सिर्फ एक विजन की एंड जज्बे की, यानी कि पैशन की। एंड टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक टू वन सच यंग एंड डायनामिक एंटरप्रेन्योर, मिस्टर अर्जुन जानी. He is 26 years old entrepreneur from India who has always had a passion for entrepreneurship and a desire to learn and grow. Inspired by his successful father, Arjun decided to start his own business at the age of 23. He founded the Entrepreneurs of India, a dedicated platform for entrepreneurs about which we will talk in detail. So please keep watching this video. So, in the 3 years since its inception, the Entrepreneurs of India has achieved numerous impressive milestones, including launching 8 magazine series in 2022, hosting award shows and networking events, and collaborating with organizations like IIT Bombay, IIM Indore, and Thakur College, Kandivali, East Mumbai. Their passion for their work and their dedication to promoting entrepreneurship have helped them to achieve great success in a short amount of time. And they are well on their way to becoming a leading force in the industry. अर्जुन, आपका स्वागत है हमारी चैनल में.
Thank you so much, Hardik Bhai. That was a wonderful, wonderful introduction. I usually struggle with introduction when I take interviews, so I sincerely appreciate the effort that you have put in creating a wonderful introduction. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
आर प्लेजर अर्जुन. सो दर्शकों, अगर आपको कोई भी क्वेश्चंस है तो आप कमेंट बॉक्स में ज़रूर लिखें. अर्जुन और मैं ट्राई करेंगे उसे आंसर करने की. सो अर्जुन, जैसे कि मैंने पहले कहा, यू स्टार्टेड एट द एज ऑफ 23, जहाँ पे काफ़ी लोग स्ट्रगल करते हैं टू अंडरस्टैंड कि क्या करे क्या ना करे, कौन सी डिग्री ले कौन सी डिग्री ना ले, कौन से क्लासेस करे. सो प्लीज़ आप अपनी जर्नी में के बारे में थोड़ा कुछ बताइए.
Okay. So, so some things कैसा होता है ना, it was a blessing in disguise. कभी कभी क्या होता है ना, कुछ खराब चीजें होती है जिसके वजह से आपको बहुत फायदा होता है. So for all my life, like I said, I struggle with introduction. The reason is because I can't memorize. तो जब मैं स्कूल में था ना, तो मेरे से ये नहीं होता था कि चलो ऐसे वर्ड टू वर्ड रिमेम्बर कर लो
रट्टा
एंड
मारे.
एग्जाम में लिख के जाओ. एंड मे बी दिस इज व्हाई आई वाज अ बिलो एवरेज स्टूडेंट फॉर ऑल माय लाइफ, which was a great which was a great thing, because if I had been a good student, I could have been an engineer or this or that. Nothing wrong in that. Still, I would have lived a very good life in my own terms, but that would have led me to getting a very good job, and then I don't think I would have started what I started.
राइट.
So, firstly, I was a below average student. Thank God I was a below average student. But I always had the passion for business. And कैसा होता है
हाँ.
ना, जब आप बिलो एवरेज होते हो ना, तो आपका फोकस क्लियर रहता है. जब ऑप्शंस होते हैं ना, then you get confused.
Obvious.
When you know that, okay, you want to become a businessman, you don't want to do a job, then you usually struggle with. So that happened, and then I had this vision because I wanted to become a businessman. So I learned Japanese language
Wow.
because I thought, okay, one day I'll go there and I'll start some business. And for the first time in my life, I actually studied. It was a very, very difficult exam. So there are 5 levels: N5, N4, N3, N2, and N1. So I
Super.
completed N3. I don't know how I did that, but I could complete that. It was very difficult. So then I was not expecting a single job in my entire life, Hardik Bhai, but I got a job
Wow.
for the first time. I was 21 when I got that job, and so I was very happy because I was not expecting. I completed my graduation in BCom, and then I took that job, and I was studying the culture. कि we बचपन से हम लोग देखते हैं कि अरे जॉब में ऐसा होता है, जॉब में ऐसा होता है, ऐसे कपड़े पहनते हैं, ऐसे टाइम पे जाते हैं, ऐसा सैलरी होता है, ऐसा ग्रोथ होता है, ऐसा ऐसा कल्चर होता है, वर्क कल्चर होता है. सो you get
Absolutely.
fascinated. So I did the job, and मेरी जो company it was like, it was an Indian company, but our client was Japanese.
Oh,
So there was this 1 year contract that I had to sign. Ki I cannot live, in that 1 year, and that was my mistake because I did not like that job life at all. And just
oh.
so you know, I am actually very lazy. I'm very moody also. So I do things that I find practical. So when I
Okay.
was doing that job, they used to tell me you can't have a beard, or you have to reach at office at 8:30 in the morning. Nothing
Hmm.
wrong in that, but then अगर तुम हमको 8:30 को बुला रहे हो, then I hope that you are giving me that much work. But there was no work. Still, there was a time, and I was not on field. Still, I had to shave my beard and all. So I didn't
Right.
like that. Thank
Okay.
God I did not like that. This is what I meant by. So I was waiting for that 1 year to end. Finally 1 year got completed, and I left my job, and I told myself that I won't do any job in my life unless I have to for my survival, like that.
Right.
So then there was confusion. Okay, okay, if not job, then what? Okay, let I want to do business, but what business should I do? And one of the reasons why I'm standing outside, sitting outside right now on my swing, if you can see, I can swing. This is exactly the place, Hardik Bhai, where I was sitting in March 2019, and I was just sitting and I was watching people go by, and I was just wondering why people are the way they are. You see someone happy, you see someone sad, you see
Right.
someone exhausted, and
Human
it was
emotions.
10:30 in the night.
Okay.
That curiosity gave birth to the idea of the entrepreneurs of India.
Wow.
And coming from a business family, I always wanted to know what makes someone. We see, Adani becoming the third richest person in the world, and then we see so many startups. And
Right.
तो एक curiosity बैठ जाता है दिमाग में कि ये लोग ऐसा क्या सोचते हैं? What is going on inside their head? And I wanted to interview them because I wanted to know what these people are made of and what makes them so successful.
Right.
So I thought, okay, let us start something of our own. So in July 2019, 30th July 2019 to be very precise, I shared my first story. I was a single-handed, team member in the company. So initially, what I used to do, I used to go to shops. I would
Okay.
enter the shop and I would ask them that, would you like to share your story with us? It's free of cost. We don't charge anything. To this very day, it's free of cost. We don't charge anyone for storytelling.
Wow.
And most of the time I would get rejected. So if I am entering 10 shops, 8 shops मेरे को इसलिए ना बोल देते थे क्योंकि उनको लगता था ये credit card बेचने को आया है, you know. But the two who actually said yes got so much interested that we used to talk for 1 hour, 2 hour,
Wow.
and it was amazing and it was very insightful for me. And I knew one thing that even if I can't earn money at this point, I was very optimistic about the idea that I had. That someday, if I give it a shape, if I do certain things in a very organized way, or if I offer a good valuable service to the customers, I will get paid for everything that we do.
Right.
But until then, I had no intentions of making money. So things started happening. We started creating various verticals. Uh, I did my first award show, which was in partnership with another person. So it was virtual. So we did award shows. We have collaborated with IIT Bombay, IIM Indore, Nagindas Khandwala College, Thakur College, and I don't know how these things happened. And then धीरे धीरे we started charging. धीरे धीरे people started buying our services. धीरे धीरे I was collecting some capital from it, and then I decided to set up a team.
Wow.
And that was the best decision I made because initially I used to try to do everything myself, which was
Hmm.
very difficult. Also because I'm lazy, but I'm not good. I'm not excellent at these things. I may know how to do a certain thing, but I know that there are far more better people who can do content writing better than me, who can do designing better than me, who can manage the social media accounts better than me, and this is exactly what I did. So
Right.
yeah, this is how the life took shape, and things are looking very good now.
Great, Arjun. I think very interesting story that how laziness could be a source of inspiration to start, the business. And another thing is your curiosity. I must say, of course, laziness is one part, but curiosity is very important, and that's how you have reached to this stage. And I really appreciate that. So, Arjun, you mentioned that you have started the entrepreneurship of India. So आप थोड़ा डिटेल में बताएं कि what kind of a work the entrepreneurship of India do and what are the milestone that you have achieved so far.
Right. So we are the entrepreneurs of India. We have published our magazine. we are basically a story sharing platform for entrepreneurs. India is emerging, India is developing country. We were literally nothing when we got our independence in 1947, and it is unbelievable to see the kind of development that is happening in our country.
Absolutely.
And I personally feel that people underestimate themselves, because if a below average student like me can accomplish, which it's not big accomplishment, but for me it means the world. A below average student like me can come to a certain level, then I see everyone around me far more capable, far more accomplished. So I think somewhere leadership has to be there in the country.
Absolutely.
You know, if everybody is looking for job, nobody is going to give one. And
Yes.
I really feel, because it's very, it's in business, it requires risk, it requires vision, it requires time, it requires patience, it
Right.
requires a lot of skills. As they say, if you own a shop, झाड़ू मारने से लेके ownership तक, you are responsible for everything.
For everything.
So not everybody is ready for that. But then कभी कभी क्या होता है, we gain confidence when we get clarity. you know
Right.
so my work, our company's work, is to throw insights in the life of that entrepreneur who has made a good amount of success in their life. उन्होंने कैसे किया, how did they start, how did they come to a certain level. ये insight लोगों को encourage करता है, and this insight helps others in gaining confidence and doing what they always wanted. The
Right.
more leaders we have, the more company we will set up, the more companies we set up, the more employment we generate, and the more services or products we offer, the more the nation grows. So
Right.
our effort has been to building that by sharing one single story every single day. To this very day,
Wow.
we have been sharing. We have shared over 1900 stories in the last 3 years.
Super.
So majorly, this is what we do, and we have magazines that we publish every month. We have right from top industrialists to celebrities to influencers to those startups जिनके बारे में लोगों को पता भी नहीं है.
Oh
We are
yeah.
reaching out to them. We are reaching out to them. We are covering their stories, and we are making them popular because we think their story is really inspiring. So basically, we are a story sharing platform, and our main motive is that, but we wish to grow even more in the future. Yeah.
Great, Arjun. In a very short time, you mentioned that how nation can grow by sharing the stories of entrepreneurs, and I must say that every entrepreneur goes through a various struggle, and of course there are many who goes through struggle and many not. But I've also heard that entrepreneurs of India shares the stories of such interesting people who have come from zero, and that's commendable, Arjun, because that gives them a lot of confidence to offer their services and of course prosper their business. And you also mentioned about very important point that sharing such stories also help nation to grow, and that's one of the biggest vision that you have in your mind, and I really appreciate for that. Yes, I'm sure with such vision and mission, people like you, I'm sure the India will grow definitely. So Arjun, you mentioned the part of the services that you offer to the different entrepreneurs. So what else you offer to the entrepreneurs apart from sharing their stories?
Right. So we help in networking. We have a chain of businesses with whom we are directly connected with the founder. So we try to balance the demand and supply. So if any company comes to us, do you know any genuine digital marketing agency or any content writing company or anything? So then it is my responsibility to connect them with a reliable person. So this is like a
Wow.
side thing that we do, but it gives me good sleep every night because I'm able to fulfill somebody's demand, and I'm still able to
Right.
support a particular business. That is one. We are very good with interns. When I say that we have collaborated with IIT Bombay and Thakur College and so many other institutes, so हम लोग क्या करते हैं, because students are also looking for real life experience,
Right.
and they have a few hours in their hand. Today, education is, they everybody knows there is a culture of internship now. Every student is talking about internship. So, and there, I know a lot of companies who are looking for interns. So
Right.
we help, the companies in getting good interns that can be shaped and that can be, used in a very good way that can help the company grow. That is
Correct.
what we do. And recently, I feel very, very happy to share we have started, a one-to-one series. where I
Okay.
personally go and take the interview. So I've interview. My first episode was recorded in November, in September, if I'm not wrong, and with Preeti Jangiani. So
Wow.
that was very good. So that is a new series that we have started, and our upcoming episode, we are also planning to interview Isha Kopikar, who is also getting featured in the cover page of our
Super.
magazine. So
Wow.
very, very lucky with everything that has been happening, and the entire credit goes to the Entrepreneurs of India team. Yeah,
Super, Arjun. Super. And having such celebrities, of course, will definitely help you grow. And very generous of you to give the credit to your team. So, Arjun, so Darshako, very important. Arjun mentioned that he's open for internship. So, if any student is looking for internship, they can possibly, reach out to Arjun. They have an Instagram page called the Entrepreneurs of India, as well as you can also put your comments in the comment box if you are looking for internship. Arjun and I will personally see those comments, and if your profile matches, Arjun will definitely provide an internship. That's great, Arjun. Thank you for that. So Arjun, I'm sure you have published so many stories. You mentioned around 1800 to 1900 stories that you have released so far. So tell me, one story that how the entrepreneurs of India making a positive impact and helping entrepreneurs to grow their business.
right. There are so many stories I have heard in my life, and I will personally say, Hardik Bhai, that these 3 years, na, I have learned more in these 3 years than in my entire education career.
Absolutely.
जितना मैंने 3 साल में सीखा है ना, with the practical experience by literally talking to the person himself. One such story was, there are so many stories, but if you tell me one story, and I'll tell you how it is creating impact. There
Right.
is a person, his name is Mr. Dinesh Mohan. You can Google him. Okay, that man was fat. That man was in depression. He had lost his job. He had lost a child that he was very close to, and he was literally on the verge to die because of depression. He was getting fat to such an extent that he could not even walk.
Oh,
He was staying at his sister's place who had got married, and so they used to tell him, "Ki, why don't you work out? Why don't you do something with your life? And this way you are going to die sooner or later." Hardik Bhai, that man had a 360-degree turn in his life. He went to the gym, he got himself in the shape, and one day a person told him in the gym, "Why don't you become a gray model?"
okay.
I think he was around 58 or 59. I can be wrong with the numbers, but he was senior citizen, nearly senior citizen. He decided to become a gray model.
Wow.
That man, you see, is considered to be one of India's biggest gray models. Maybe perhaps one of world's biggest gray
Great
models. He has
model.
acted in so many movies.
Okay.
I know a person who used to teach me accounts when I was doing BCom, who follows him now
Okay.
because he is retired and he also wants to become a gray model.
Right.
So we featured such stories, and then there are youngsters. India is full of young youth. They come with so many innovative ideas. मतलब दिमाग में भी नहीं आता. There is a lady that I know. I forgot her name. You know what she does? She is connected with all the celebrities. Okay, you name it. You
Okay.
say Shah Rukh Khan, Salman Khan, Ritik Roshan, anyone. What she
Okay.
does? Let's say it is your birthday. Okay, you want a small video clip by
Yes,
Shah Rukh
yes.
Khan. Yeah, now I think there is an app also, but I interviewed her in 2019. So वो क्या करेगी ना कि वो बोलेगी you pay us XYZ amount 40,000 50,000 because obviously it's Shahrukh
That's a
Khan so they will
celebrity.
charge
Yeah.
high. So वो मस्त एक मिनट का वीडियो बना के आपको भेज देगी. And
Wow.
that video was recorded by Shahrukh Khan where he will say hello, hi Hardik, how are you doing, happy birthday, and then she'll send you. So how
Wow.
just by her connections she is able to generate a good amount of money every single month,
Revenues. Right. That's
and the work is
inspiring.
nothing. You
Correct.
just
Correct.
get clients. You just ask them to pay you a certain amount. You get the celebrities because you know them personally. Such
Right.
innovative ideas.
Wow.
So, so this is what inspires, when we think, oh, I'm a mom, especially women, I'm a mom, I have a child, I have to take care of them, I have to take care of the house. I'll tell you real life stories of so many mothers who are working on their feet at the same time taking care of the responsibility and very, very successful in their life. So this is the kind of change, the stories can bring to a country. And we are just one medium. There are other, wonderful, wonderful storytelling platforms, and I hope that there comes more storytelling platforms because the nation needs inspiration at this point.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. In the Arjun, I must say, in the era where the social media, where it's more depressing, I feel that day because the people only want to show not their real faces, only
Oh
the
yes.
glamorous side of it, and then
Mhm.
people do get intimidated by that. That oh wow, look at them, they are so successful. But the actual story behind
Yes.
that is
Yes.
should be told to people. And I must say
Yes.
that your platform is doing a really wonderful job. And I got to know these two people you just mentioned, the gray model and another woman. I think they're really inspiring, and this sends out a very big message to the audience that सब कुछ मुमकिन है. I am sure.
Literally.
Yes. Right.
Literally.
And
Yeah.
you just mentioned about the women की भारत की महिलाएं बहुत कुछ कर सकती है घर पे ही रह के या तो थोड़ा घर से बाहर जाकर भी. So I saw your latest the edition which is focused on a
Yeah.
woman entrepreneurs, and I
Mm.
also saw the cover page Isha Kopikar. So could you
Mhm.
please just speak about it in a detail that what is it about?
Right. So this womanpreneur edition is specifically for women entrepreneurs. That is, as it is self-explanatory. And this is our second womanpreneur series, and we are fortunate to have Isha Kopikar herself. हमको लगता था she is only celebrity, but she is also an entrepreneur, a very successful entrepreneur. You know.
Wow.
So the reason behind creating it was my idea. I thought, कि see 50% of the population is male. I can एक दो
Right.
परसेंट या 5-10% ऊपर से होगा and another 50% is female. You go. So in a country where which is growing at a rapid speed, imagine Hardik Bhai if the ratio of contribution that the male is making in the development of the country, the same ratio was applied to women entrepreneurs. Don't
Right.
you think the country will grow in
Doubles.
at 2x speed?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
see women. You tell me by your own personal experience, Hardik bhai. When you were in school, there was a very good chance that the topper of your class would be a female.
Absolutely, yes.
हमारा मेरे साथ तो यही होता था.
बिल्कुल है. Yes, same
जब भी
here.
देखो ना क्लास में फर्स्ट लड़की आती थी और मुझे अभी बहुत अच्छा लगता था कि अभी ऐसा लगता था हाँ ठीक है कंपटीशन एंड ऑल बट देन राइट नाउ आई फील वेरी हैप्पी कि दैट शोज द कैपेबिलिटी द वुमन होल्ड्स. But then हमारा कल्चर ऐसा है कि they get married and they have other commitments and this and that. But I want them to
Absolutely.
know कि these things are these things should be these things should be part of
Highlighted.
your life. But your actual goal, your capability should be devoted to your country's development. And उससे पहले आपका personal development, you know.
Right.
So if and I bring out incredible stories. हम लोग literally handpick करते हैं ऐसी stories, and we tell them to share your story with us and we share it on the platform. So other women can also get insight कि देखो literally ऐसी women है. Either you can
Right.
complain कि हाँ मेरे पास टाइम नहीं होता है. I have 2 children, I have
Many
to take
things.
care of
Yeah.
them. I have an open mind and I understand it's very difficult. But भगवान ने women को वो ताकत दी है they can manage everything and they do.
Absolutely.
I know it
Yes.
because my mom does that. They
Right.
can do two, three things at a time, and I can do one thing at a time also. They can do it.
Right.
So this is just shifting your energy in the right direction. And definitely, women are growing like anything, and we wish to give them a platform where they can come and they can share their story and inspire others also. And but we wish to contribute to whatever little extent we can in the women entrepreneurship segment for India's development. So this is what it is. So the edition will go live for free. Anybody can go on the website, the entrepreneursofIndia.in. They can go and read the womanpreneur edition that is going to go live on 28th of January 2023.
ग्रेट ग्रेट. सो
Yeah.
अर्जुन ने यहाँ पे बहुत ही बड़ा मैसेज दिया है कि वुमेन के पास हम सबको पता है, इनफैक्ट हम भारत में वुमेन की पूजा भी करते हैं एंड वी
Yes.
सेलिब्रेट हर फॉर हर इनक्रेडिबल टैलेंट एंड मल्टीटास्किंग एबिलिटीज. शायद वी मैन, आई थिंक वी lack those multitasking capabilities, as Arjun
True.
rightly said. And he's doing such a wonderful job to demonstrate such big stories on his platform. Arjun, it's on 28th Jan, right?
28th January 2023, and I would also like to mention Hardik Bhai. In
Right.
my team personally, women
Mm-hmm.
are great at creativity. I have 6 to 7 women. My company is dominated by women team members than men. So I
Super,
think
super.
the main success of our company also completely depends on the incredible contribution that they have been making. So
Great. So, all men's and women's of India, if you are interested and looking for such inspiring stories, please must visit the Entrepreneurs of India website, where this edition will be free to read. And please, I insist that you all go there and read that. Wonderful, Arjun. So we'll move to the next part of the chat. That is, we would like to know, once it is available on the platform. Apart from that, it is reaching to approximately how many number of people in India right now?
yeah, so this is our ninth edition.
Okay.
Okay, and because we also have put an extra effort in inviting, today is the world of collaboration.
Right.
Rather than competing, why can't you collaborate with someone, and we both help each other in growing. So in every edition, Hardik Bhai, we try to invite personalities who have very good following on the internet. We don't
Right.
believe in paying and paying for marketing and growing our. We believe in organic growth because I
Wow.
think that lasts longer also.
Right.
So we invite such influencers, we invite such personalities, and we focus on individual article growth also. Let's say in a magazine we are featuring 40 stories,
Right.
right? We are connected with Daily Hunt, if you must have heard Daily Hunt,
Yes.
Google News, Medium platform. So and we have our collaborations with other PR agencies also. So हम लोग क्या
Wow.
करते हैं, इंडिविजुअल आर्टिकल को ये सारे न्यूज प्लेटफॉर्म पे शेयर करते हैं ताकि ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग उसको देखें.
Okay.
And this is
Wow.
exactly why we have kept the magazine edition for free, where all the other magazines are charging 200, 300. We have kept the e-version completely free. And if anybody
Super.
wants to order a magazine, they can always go to the website. It's a very nominal cost they can pay. And anywhere in India, we'll courier it to them. So if you ask me what is the estimate of every edition, it can be between, yeah, I think 100K to 200K if
Wow,
you
that's
count
huge.
the individual article also, because the influencers share in their platform, the PDF is rolled out to
Right.
all the people that we know, and they share it after that. So yeah, and I think we're still in growing because it's the ninth edition only. I am 100 edition very soon,
Super.
before I retire. So so yeah.
That is a long time, Arjun, I must say. So wonderful, Arjun, and 100K, 200K is not a less number. That gives a huge platform for entrepreneurs of India to demonstrate their business, of course, and their stories. Wonderful, Arjun. So apart from print media, I also saw that you are digitally very active. So could you please just brief that what all digital medium that you are present and how you showcase their stories on various platforms?
Right. So make good use of the social media platforms. We have our Instagram channel, Facebook
Yes.
channel, and LinkedIn channel. Apart from that, we have our very own official website called the entrepreneursofindia.in, where we share every individual story, which ranks in Google. We are one of the highest ranking sites in terms of business in Google today. And we have Daily Hunt, like I said. Google News is a very, very reputable platform. Google News covers stories from the entire world, and our stories get featured in Google News. So you can imagine the kind of exposure we give. And we also use WhatsApp. हम लोग PDF जो हम लोग का रहता है, we share it everywhere, so we can get maximum reach. Because my team, if not me, my teams put a good amount of effort in creating these stories, and it's very difficult also. You have to invite them, then you have to interview
Right.
them, then they will send you the answer, then you'll create the
Yes.
article, then you'll design, then there is a whole magazine. So my team puts
Absolutely.
a lot of effort, and you know it is my responsibility as the founder to make sure that every story has been seen with a good amount of audience, because it's their life journey, and for them it's a pride, and for us also it's a pride. So this is
Right.
what our vision is in terms of the digital segment. Yeah.
Great. It's a very wonderful vision, Arjun. And you have been, since the beginning of our interview, you have been, praising about your team, and I'm sure it's a team effort. And I also have checked your website, where individuals, all team members have been mentioned. And it's such a young and dynamic team. They're all I think must be in the age of 25 to 26 or maybe below, less than that. So
Below.
could you please tell us more about your team?
It's a very interesting story and it's a very, very good question also. So what really happened is, when I started earning from my company, people told me कि अर्जुन तू क्यों फ्री में करता है जब लोग तेरे को पैसा दे रहे हैं, you know. I said okay, let me try, and then धीरे धीरे I would generate a. My first year's revenue, Hardik bhai, was only 10,000 rupees.
Oh, okay.
Because मुझे इतना मजा आ रहा था ये काम करने को. For the first time, I was so satisfied in my life. कि you wake up and you know कि you're talking to a new person today and you're going to learn something. ठीक है. मुझे मजा आ
Right.
रहा था, बट फिर मुझे ऐसा लगा कि अगर मैं यही करते गया ना, if I don't give it a particular shape and if I don't make money out of it, 2-3 साल में मुझे बंद करना पड़ेगा because I have to act responsible. In order to sustain, I need money. So then I thought of investing whatever little earning I used to have in my team, so
Ah,
they can produce better output. I'm not a content writer. I don't think I'm a great content writer, not even good actually. I try whatever little I do, but my team
being
are great.
modest.
No, no, really. I think my team is excellent with every single work. We have video editors, we have 2 graphic designers, we have 3 content writers, we have a PR marketing,
Super.
intern, and my CEO, Sayan Sen Gupta, who managed everything. So that's when I thought of investing whatever little money I was earning into the team rather than
Okay.
spending it just like that.
Right.
Their work started to bring more audience. Their work started to bring more money to the company, and we started
Super.
generating more. And धीरे धीरे करके I was thinking कि हर काम के लिए एक team. So I started with interns, and interns are young and they
Yes.
are like a blank page. This is why I have young team. They're like a blank page. They have so much passion, Hardik bhai. You just have to tell them in a very gentle way, in a very best way you can explain them कि ऐसा करना है, ऐसा करना है, ऐसा करना है, ऐसा करना है, and you are sorted, you are done for the day. None of my team members work more than 1 hour every day,
Wow.
including me. I also don't work 1 hour every day.
Super.
All these that you are seeing is just the right, what I think is the right approach. We have 10 people working in the company. कोई भी 1 घंटे ज्यादा काम ही नहीं करता है.
Wow.
And everything is going perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Correct.
Because I believe, because that is what I was saying, when I started the interview, कि अगर मेरा डेस्क जॉब है तो why should I shave my beard? अगर मेरा काम ही 2 घंटे का है तो मुझे 8:30 बजे क्यों बुला रहे हो सुबह सुबह? you know
Correct.
so I learned these things कि ये नहीं करना है. you know so and interns and today young generation is so smart. You tell them कि आप ये
Absolutely.
कर सकते हो क्या, वो बोलेंगे सर हमको एक दिन दो, हम कल करके बताते हैं. This is their answer.
Right.
I said okay, get it done by tomorrow, and they do an excellent job.
Super.
So I'm very very
Nice.
lucky. कभी कभी ऐसा लगता है कि the God is sitting beside me only and he's like Arjun तेरे को जो चाहिए तू मांग. I'll give you the best team member in the in India possibly, and I feel very privileged. God has been very kind,
And
very
of
very
course,
lucky.
and of course, they are also very privileged and lucky to have you as a boss, who
Uh,
believes in who has already learned in his life what not to do, so that he can only focus on what to do. And I think that's great, Arjun. Yeah. So, Arjun, in the whole interview, what I take is you have a very strong vision for India and for the youth of India. So, what would be your last message to the career aspirants and youth of India?
okay, I'll tell you what I feel. It can be completely crazy or it can be making a lot of sense. When I did the job, I saw my seniors complaining about their life. You know, कि अरे हम लोग ने 10 साल काम किया and we are not getting anything big or this and that, and they're still thinking of getting some other job. And job can be a trap if you're not enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, it's a great job. It's a great
Right.
life. Believe me, very
Absolutely.
few people can actually say that I love my job. But if you don't love your job, I want you to say to yourself, I don't want you कि आप job छोड़ के अपना lifestyle जीने लग जाओ. I want you to create a plan for the next 10 years, not every month. Job is when you're mostly people take a job because they want to earn that much money every single month. You know, your life is much more than a job. Your life should be about yourself. You should
Yes.
first you should explore. First you should see inside कि मेरे को क्या अच्छा लगता है. What are the
Correct.
things that I like? You literally, without any barriers, you think of a life that you want to live. That is the first thing that you want to do. You can make mistakes फिर बाद में पता चलता नहीं ऐसा चाहिए. That is okay. you know. First you think of the life that you want to exactly live. Okay, then you sit down, then you try to understand yourself. This is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is a stream that I really, like doing. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने प्रोफेशन ले लिया तो अभी आपको उस पे ही ये करना है. I learned Japanese and I put my heart and soul into completing Japanese, but my business has nothing to do with Japanese. I'm very happy. That's okay. Maybe in the future
Right.
I'll use Japanese, but for now I'm not using it all. But I'm very satisfied and happy in my life because this is the life I wanted. Think of the life that you want to live, start building on it, create a blueprint, and make a plan for at least next 10 years. If this is where I wish to see myself in the next 5 or 10 years. And dire, start working on that.
Right.
I think this is the best career because work should be a very small amount of your life. You know,
Correct.
it should not take out the life out of you कि आपके पास Sunday भी time नहीं है. I've seen so many people cry because they could not give time to their own children.
Right.
So, and I feel everybody is far more educated than me, far more capable than me. If a below average student like me can create a life that he wants, everyone is literally far more capable than me, and they are more capable of building that life that they want. So why are you not doing it? That's my that's my question. Everybody should do
Great.
that.
Right, Arjun. Thank you. I think, thank you for instilling that confidence in the audience. And, you kept on saying that you're a below average student. But Arjun, I must say that, by whatever you said just now, doesn't look like that you have been a below average student. Maybe, just by, writing exams and, getting numbers, it's not about life. But when you are sitting here and interviewing with us, it seems that, life is more than those numbers, and the way intelligence that you have, showing in your business and prospering, that is beyond those numbers. And one of the biggest message that, you give is, without any barriers, you first think that in the life that you want to live, then basis which you first understand your capabilities, understand yourself, and then create a vision and a blueprint. And Arjun, I think at this your age, many people still struggle to even say these three words. Even those who must have achieved the higher numbers, must not be below average, still struggle to, understand these three basic fundamental steps. And with that, Arjun, I would like to thank you for your time. And we would like to see more of the editions of Entrepreneurs of India. And once again, thank you so much for, giving us the time for this interview. Thank you.
Thank thank you Hardik bhai. Also, I would like to sincerely thank you because मैंने बहुत interviews लिए, but I get very few opportunities myself because my brain is filled with lots of incredible stories and really and real life stories. These are real people that have accomplished. तो मुझे बड़ा
Right.
अच्छा लगता है जब I am getting a wonderful platform and I've known you since my childhood. To all the people you don't know, we are relatives, but
Yes.
I feel very privileged and I know your work. You're incredible at what you do, and still out of your busy schedule, you took out time for me. It means the world to me. Thank you so much.
And Arjun, now you have said this, so we'll have more of you. We would like to know more of the stories from you. And it's a very interesting chat, and we would like to hear you more. So thank you and all the best for the your journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Hardik. It means a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you.